Okay. We should be all good to go. Hello everyone, you can call me Kieran and welcome back to another episode or stream of .hack GU Volume 3 Redemption. Last time we got the game started. While we're checking Crimson Verses, I'll go ahead and kind of talk briefly about what's happened. Master Yada's gone missing. Sakaki's taken over. And when I say taken over, I mean taken over the world. He's starting up the Sage Palace tournament, and he is focusing primarily on just making sure that we are miserable in any way, shape, or form. His plan kind of falls like this. In order to try to get us in line, he wants to either force us to bend the knee, which we aren't. We don't enter the tournament and still try to find a way to deal with him, but then he'd release Ida everywhere. Sorry. Or we enter the tournament and he hoped that we get killed during the tournament, which he was done everything in his power to try to make that happen, giving the top player Ida through his weapon, his sword. So we know that something's up and we gotta do something to stop it. However, the only way we can talk in-game is through the outer dungeons, which are dungeons that are kind of in the seams of the world.
Let's invite Kuhn and Adelie and head to the meeting place.
So, right now we are going to be meeting with both Adelie. Well, we're going to be having Adelie and Kuhn both in the party, and we're going to be heading to one of those outer dungeons, which, like I said, relies a little bit on there being a seam, so to speak, in the area, dungeon, what have you. Before we go, I think you guys have already kind of very quickly seen that I do make it a larger deal to make sure that I at least go and see the different shops. And I'm trying to make sure that I do have all the elements of that item. So while the Sage Palace tournament's going on, one of the things that is a larger change is that in Brag Epona and Lumina Cloth, unfortunately, there is PK that is enabled, for lack of a better term. And because of that, Gaspard was an active target, and he does not want to run the guild shop in the meantime. So we unfortunately cannot really make a ton of money. And don't get me wrong, we have over 1 million. But it still doesn't necessarily change the fact that, at least for a little bit, we may actually run into at least a touch of crowding in our inventory. And if you're curious about what I'm kind of actively looking for, I am still looking for the specific guild accessories that are kind of tied to the different regions. And since we were here in Doldana anyway, I figured I would just take a quick look. So we need to go on ahead and head to the, I believe it was, yeah, Hidden Forbidden Hades, because this is where this is the outer dungeon that we met up with the crew initially to start talking about at least an initial game plan. And most of the outer dungeons, at least for a little bit, are going to be very story kind of focused. So you got to look for that little glitch effect, and we are going to be able to warp right in.
Let's hurry up and get there.
And I mentioned this before last time, but this is set up to be a lot closer to a regular dungeon. So something to kind of keep in mind, like I said, these guys, the outer bugs, they do function like regular monsters. We are just strong enough to kind of at least take them head on in battle. I imagine that for people who maybe starts a new save immediately in Volume 3 would probably have a much more difficult time. So if you're wondering, I am trying to get, I was going to say, I am trying to get a Rengeki. And I didn't know that these guys were weak to the scythe, but I was actually trying to get a Rengeki that whole time. Kun, unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, does a lot of damage. But the trade-off is that he does not really Rengeki very often. So that's just something we have to be kind of mindful of as we go along. The thing that's nice is that I at least have decent enough reaction time to deal with the magic. But it's kind of weird because I feel like I spent a lot of Volume 1 not being targeted by, oh, that's not the right unit. Well, that sucks. Anywho, as I was saying, spent a lot of time not being really focused on by the magic in this game. And it sucks that even though Haseo can use the magic, like 9 times out of 10, it's probably not worth the time to menu to get the spell and the payoff for it. Like even just mashing A most of the time would likely be better. So something to keep in mind. I can abuse Adeli's Fairy Orbs. We know the team is probably going to be more towards the left side of the map. But let's go ahead and head over to the right side. I was gonna say, the thing that sucks is that the Queen Bug was heading right toward us. And I was like, no, 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 no. But I wanted to just make sure that we did use
This is a piece of cake.
that we did use our Avatar Awakening. And one of the things that I do like about it is that it does take away that mini game sort of feel that the Divine Awakening originally had. Not that there was anything necessarily wrong with it. I just knew that it was something that was not necessarily for me. I want to think, what is Lucid Sodas? We're getting a lot of them. Oh, just cures confusion. Here I was thinking that was something that mattered. And I'm sure as the game kind of go along, we're probably going to see a ton of outer dungeons. I don't remember if this is a bit of story exclusive usage. But even still, I'll do whatever it takes now to not have to do a lot of post-game grinding like I did with Volume 3. Because it was bad. Not Volume 3, Volume 2. I was basically working double time to really try and get everything done in time for to get Volume 3 started yesterday. Now I know that isn't something I necessarily have to do, especially now that I'm taking the game slower But I knew that that was going to be my last real time of me doing like very, very fast, like gameplay. Now, I decided that I wasn't going to nerf Paseo for Volume 3, which was something that I said I was going to probably do, I know, a couple times through Volume 2. Mostly because I think that as things are currently, we're going at a pretty good pace. I don't feel like I was particularly rushed or anything like that when it came to doing the original little bit that we did. I was about to say, enemies don't be next to me. I want to squeeze out one more avatar rating. Oh, never mind. I thought that I saw the morale gauge like really oh goodness. I saw the morale gauge like really boost up for a moment. But and then even with the Rengeki, I was like, oh, this is slowing down a little bit. But given how many virus cores that we're gonna need to level up all the weapons adequately, I am 100% going to take every opportunity is to fight. Do I have 2 of a couple of pills? No, I have 2 light pills. Okay. So something that I've kind of mentioned before is that I'm kind of very indifferent on the elemental stats. And I think probably at some point, maybe during a cutscene where things are possibly just a little bit slower, I'll likely look it up then. Like, okay, like what the heck do the elemental affinities mean on the accessories? Because to this day, still don't really have a clue. But the fact of the matter is, we actually did get a very solid amount of Avatar Awakenings from like all the fights that we've been doing. I don't know if it's leveled up or anything like that yet. Okay, no, of course. But I'm sure kind of as we go across the game more and more, the Avatar Awakening is going to be probably a very pivotal very pivotal resource to our success here. Now, the real question is, can I be cheeky with it and potentially get one more out of the battles here? We both probably should focus the same one so I can get away with, because I can get a 3rd Rengeki. If needed, I mean. Fact of the matter is, Adeli's been doing such a good job with, not only keeping us sustained, but just is on point with the status ailment healing, which has led to morale boosts, which means faster awakenings. I'll go ahead and let this one's animation play while I go and take a quick Google dot hack accessory elemental. Because it could just be just general resilience to elements or general power of elements. Because I've never really have taken an opportunity to really see how it all ties together and works. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of it is obvious, like how fire and water have a relationship with one another, wind and earth have a relationship, all these different ones. I just need to understand how to actually care about it.
Where are Sakubo and Endrance? Neither of them are here. Well, it looks like they're both logged in. Let's send them a quick email.
They might be in their own little situation. Because remember,
It looks like they're both busy right now.
it's not safe out there
Can't we just
for more reasons than one.
Yeah, I guess we can. Let's get started then.
Okay.
I've been looking around on my own, and there's still one thing I'm uncertain about. This PK tournament that Sakaki says he organized. Along with the enormous prize, he's made the rules very strange.
Yes.
You'd expect that a few players would voice some disagreement with him.
Okay. Yes, but I'm pretty sure those people probably have Ida in them by now. Let's all be perfectly clear here.
So far, not a single one has so much as asked a question about it. Then again, if anyone did speak out, they'd probably just get strung up like criminals.
And all I can think of is there's a scene in Persona 3 that I won't say too much more than what I just did, but this line is brought a visual.
Don't you think that's odd? Maybe all of the world is slowly turning into an IDA server. Pi,
That's
did you find
plausible.
anything while you were looking into IDA? Pi? You must be tired.
Oh, she might be sleeping.
Huh?
Sleeping in character.
I guess even you can be nice sometimes. I'm fine. This is all for Master Yada.
Girl, you are obsessed.
But not just him. For me as well.
All right. Okay, I guess this is all we have to report. Let's head back to town.
But yeah, I'm kind of wondering where
We'll meet as needed.
wonder where Saku and Endrance are.
I'll take my leave as well. See you, Haseo.
But yeah, she probably fell asleep while waiting. Which honestly isn't super safe to do here, but what do we know? All right, we do have two emails, so we can go ahead and log out from the world. And we do have a little bit of progression. As you guys can likely tell, I swapped the theme over to, well, the battle themes, just something to be a little bit more energetic. So I hope that you guys don't mind too much. It's the Abyss? Well, you already know me. Ask for area words and they'll be one to deliver. We probably still have the third set of the Abyss and Sarunos quest line. Alright, Pi has an announcement for us. There's something I forgot to mention earlier, so I'm telling you via mail. IDA is endangering the world's operation, and that's got CC Corps higher-ups backed into a corner. So much that they had to agree to Sakaki's unsurpassingly ridiculous demands. I've done my own investigations within CC Corps, but I came to the same conclusion as Kun. It looks like all of the world is gradually becoming an IDA server. Just remember what happened to Moontree's area, and the earlier times on the IDA servers. The expansion of illegal domains like Outer Dungeons and Outer Bugs, the abnormal responses of the players of the PK tournament, all the signs point to the same thing. Dispersing IDA particles into the world, as unstable as it is now, would cause serious damage. Haseo, you need to enter the tournament and buy us time. I'll find him. Master Yada, while you do. I just know Master Yada will lend us his knowledge. He'll be able to bring down Sakaki too.
Thing about what's going on inside CC Corp.
I'm going to enter the tournament to buy us some time.
But who am I going into the tournament with?
I should go to the arena counter to register for the tournament. I hate to do just what Sakaki wants, but all I can do now is trust Pi and buy time.
I have to agree. There's only so much we can do right now. There's... With the fact that Sakaki can honestly erase our characters at a whim, it's mostly that because we have powers that are beyond the scope of this game, I'm sure that deleting our characters is not that simple. So, fingers crossed we do get some teammates for the tournament with Lumina Claw, because we haven't really spoken about that. I mean, all in all, it shouldn't be too bad. We're pretty strong. We have strong items. This should not be miserable. So, let's forfeit our Holy Emperor's title and sign up for the Sage Tournament.
Registration for your participation in the tournament has now been completed. We will inform you of the date and time for your first match by email. Please respond promptly.
Okay.
Hey, Haseo.
Oh, hey, Matsu.
Matsu.
It's been a minute.
Tournament too? You mean you're in it? Yeah, since I used to be a PK, they picked me up because my old record was pretty good.
So we're gonna get our round 3 in Matsu, right?
I'm just praying you'll lose before I have to go out there and fight you.
Why?
It's unlike the flaming beast to be anxious and worried before a fight.
Gramps, don't tell me you're in this too.
Well, I was chosen, so I can't help it.
Oh, right.
Oh, so the first Arena Emperor's back in active service, huh?
So does that mean that he's just been... He used to have like a PK record back in the day?
Takes me back. Such fiery memories from those days.
That's wild.
Damn it! Haven't you guys noticed anything strange? This PK tournament isn't right. Sakaki's pulling the strings. He's got it all rigged.
It's true.
I can't run. Not as long as I've got the strength to fight.
You can already see that Ida's influence is kind of weird.
That's right. This here is our calling. There are spectators here to see my strength. I wouldn't be a man if that didn't get me all worked up.
Strength? Man, you guys have lost it.
Yep. We're seeing firsthand the,
See ya, Haseo. I'm off to train for the fight.
Me too. I've got to go and polish my rusty sword.
Yeah, that's very
What's
interesting.
wrong with those guys? Is something influencing them?
Yes, we spoke about this before. It's Ida.
Awesome.
Wait, is Gabi also entering?
Hey, it's the old beast. Don't tell me you're...
Sure am.
Like I remember, like what I said before.
You know you can't enter
100% would.
Gabi, you couldn't have gotten a selection by email.
Really?
These two.
Damn, from back in the day.
Huh? You there? Might you be the PKK Haseo?
Yes, and do you remember me?
During the PK tournament? This is ridiculous. Don't they remember me? They must have done a lot of PKing since we last met. I did get a job extension, so I look a little different.
I hope we get to beat them up. I hope.
I suppose
I pray.
this just means that PKKs and PKs are the same.
Well then. I expect this to be an enjoyable battle.
I'm glad that we finally may potentially get our revenge.
All I know is signing up? What's going on here? A short mail from Syllabus.
Wait, Gaspard's in trouble?
Gaspard's in trouble? Come to the plaza in Breg Epona. But I thought they were at the at-home. Damn it, Gaspard. What the hell are you doing? Anyway, let's hurry to the Breg Epona plaza.
Okay. My guess is that Gaspard decided to go out, maybe buy a quick little item, and now he's probably running for his life trying to not get PK'd. That's at least my read on the matter. Whether it's correct or not is something else.
Stop it, Gaspard! This is dangerous!
No, Syllabus! I'm gonna do it! I've made up my mind.
You guys.
Oh, Haseo! Haseo, you tell him. Tell him it's dangerous and he needs to stop. Gaspard says he's gonna open a shop here.
No, open the shop. I want to make money.
I thought this over. I mean, a whole bunch.
You're gonna get PK'd again.
I can't say this that good, but I thought about it and realized just thinking about everything won't help.
Aw.
Yeah, but you need to wait until it's safe.
Go for it, Gaspard.
Yay, we're enabling him.
You decided to do this, right? Who cares if you mess up? As long as you don't let it beat you, it'll be fine.
So he'll get PK'd over and over again for us.
Haseo. I won't give up.
We love the little
How many
art.
times they PK me, I won't give up.
You'd love to see it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I do best.
And sell my gear
You've
that I
been
give you.
strong, Gaspard. Don't worry. I won't let you get PK'd. I swear, I'm going to protect these guys.
He really went from I hate these guys to I protect these guys. And I actually really do like that for Haseo as a part of his like larger development. I finally have it. The guard shop one was one that I was looking for. And then the slant hood. Slant hood I'm sure I'll run into at some point. Just nice to get now. So let's do it. I think it's probably good taste to, for the most part, just check and see right then and there if I have equipment that a character may want. I think that might be just good, better etiquette. Because could I sit here all day and then be like, oh, Adelie, and then go over to the weapon shop or whatever? Maybe not the weapon shop because Adelie's an epitaph user, but you guys get the general idea. Because I could sit here and go all day and making sure that all the spells are acquired and all that stuff. I really could. But I'm ultimately not really thinking that that's necessary. And that's just because we'll get items and they'll be of level eventually. And surprisingly, there's no weapon for Adelie here anyway. Huh. Well, I guess I can double down. We'll continue to sell items to Gaspard as needed. All right. So, first things first, we do got the potential for some new area words coming up here soon. We now have Sigma Unknown Mortuaries Shady Right. So that's something that we will definitely probably take advantage of. The next thing that is kind of coming up is we have the Chase the Bounty Quest campaign active now. And then my brain blanked. But we'll start running into PKs out in the field sometimes, and sometimes we may even run into chaotic people. Either way, it's something to kind of bear in mind as we proceed onward with the game itself. Pleased to Stab You is a crazy. That's crazy. Ooh, and the serious art's actually really cool. Like we kind of mentioned before, it's very nice to see how diverse the artwork is in for .hack. We've seen so many different wallpapers at this point, which is a major reason why I've opted to just keep a lot of them just on. So it's gonna be fun. All right. But we got some mail from Matsu and Terrace and Kun. My reason. The incident with Sakaki has completely scattered Moontree. They stripped us of our main area, and Zelkova and Kaede have gone missing. The rumors say they're drifting around the world somewhere. Have you heard? If you beat Taihaku in the title match, they say they'll make any one wish of yours for the world come true. On top of all that, the net money. This is the closest I can get to squaring things. I'm going to beat Taihaku and wish for Moontree's area to be restored. I hope I don't have to meet you as an enemy again.
Matsu, you're signing up for both Moontree and Zelkova.
Okay.
But Matsu, isn't it obvious? Sakaki and Ida are behind all this. Come on, think about it.
To my student. I've got no idea why they selected me for the PK tournament. Looks like they considered my history with the arena. I think I understand now how pro athletes feel when they come out of retirement to play again. I think this will be my last time on stage. This old man's going to dream big once again.
Why'd the old man get picked? He's not even a PK or a PKK. Sakaki, what the hell are you doing?
He's probably going to force us to fight our friends throughout this tournament. I'd like to decide our members for the PK tournament. There's no need to worry about Sakaki listening in on us for this. So I think we can meet at a normal area. We'll meet in that, Sigma Calm Betrayal's Long. We'll meet in that area. Entrance and Sakuba will go there ahead of us like last time. Pai says she's busy with her investigation. Bring me along when you head to the area. Invite me and Adelie when you go.
Invite Kun and Adelie, and head to Sigma Calm Betrayal's Longing.
All right, so we do have a couple of things that we can probably get started at. The first one is probably the most obvious one. It looks like the racing is back. So I do think that there is some value into...
And head to Sigma.
Yes, because say I understand we should be going and figuring out the tournament. But we got goblins to chase around. And wait. Oh, this is another one that I was missing. Everything's coming together. I'm so happy. Oh, nice. Already 40-something K? Goodness. Here, you just keep going, Gaspard. You keep doing you, King. I'll keep getting things you for goodness. I'll keep giving you things to work for. Who will be taking this quest? Please just wait a moment. So I don't know if you guys remember Mr. Kafu. This was an NPC that was introduced in Act 2. Or Act 2. Goodness. Volume 2. And this is the guy who starts up all the bike-related missions and quests. So, we will be going on ahead and trying to get this guy all set up and squared away. The concept of the quest is very similar to what it was before. So, the gist of it is that there are going to be some goblins that we're going to be chasing here in just a moment. It is a solo quest, so we shouldn't really worry about who we're kind of bringing along with us for the journey. So, we do have a couple of other areas that we need to go to as well. Like how, for what's likely the Serunos quest line. But first, why don't we get this initiated and started? I don't know if you guys remember last time how this went, but this is round 2 for them.
We are the invincible goblins!
I wonder if they're gonna actually recognize us.
Goblins! A ruthless gang of tag pros! A ruthless gang of tag pros!
Oh, this is cute.
Run! 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 We won't lose to any human!
It would have been funny if they recognized us. Unless if they're about to and say, oh, it's you again.
Welcome, welcome, Gob! I'll just bet you're the idiot adventurers that Kafu sent to take back his muffler for me. Am I right? Gob?
Actually, it would make sense for them to not recognize us because of the new players who may be starting with Volume 3.
We'll give you back the
Which,
muffler,
still,
Gob.
crazy behavior, by the way.
The rules are simple, Gob. You have your own bike, Gob? Well, then you'd better get on it because you're it, Gob. If you can manage to catch all 5 of us, then you win fair and square, Gob. If you can't, then you lose, Gob. If you
Rules
get
would seem
your
pretty
bike,
simple,
we'll
right?
see it as a forfeit, and you lose on the spot, Gob. Got it, Gob? That piece of scrap metal you call a bike
It's gonna be faster than you.
will seem to us goblins like a lumbering turtle trying to keep up with a galloping horse, Gob.
Have you heard the story about the tortoise in the air? I think that was the right one.
All right, minions.
And the hare eventually lost to the tortoise? I don't know if these goblins realize exactly who they're messing. It's not going to be too bad. A lot of what we're about to do here will make a lot more sense. So let's get on our bike and show them who's boss. So we have 5 minutes to get all the goblins. We can already see the one all the way in the distance. And if we need to, we can boost. Unfortunately, we don't really know these goblins' paths very well yet, so I can't just boost willy-nilly. Oh, wow. I didn't realize how fast the boost was gonna put me in line with them. That was like... I feel mean. Thankfully, we are in for actually pretty good shape, all things considered. It doesn't matter too much if whether or not like whether or not we're too slow. Considering that we have some of the best bike parts we could just kind of use, we kind of can cheese this a little bit with the boost. Would it be fun to not rely on? Not rely on the boost? Sure. Especially when you can't control it very well like me. Wow, the boost really trivializes this. All right, bit of a U-turn. We'll pick up some chims. God, why is that? The boost makes it so much easier.
Not bad. Bring it on. We'll see if you deserve to be called the fastest, Gob.
All right.
You one-on-one, Gob.
This was something that I wasn't particularly worried about, like, at all.
Not bad. All right, minions. Let's do this in one shot. All right, minions. Let's
3 for 3? Wow, that was more painfully easy than the other time that we did it.
What speed? I'm lost. Gob.
Yeah, you guys have to admit, I think that that was notably easier than when I did it in Volume 2.
Here's the muffler as promised. Gob.
But we did get the muffler back.
Your riding technique is really something, Gob. Very impressive, Gob. But, Gob,
All right.
even we have our pride, Gob, as the fastest goblins in the world. And so, we won't let it end like this.
You know, you say that, but this is also the last volume in the trilogy.
We'll come get our revenge, Gob. You just sit tight until the day we do, Gob.
All right.
I guess we've cleared it. Let's go report to the quest shop.
Look at that. Easy.
I see.
We got him his muffler back. If we go to the other town, we can actually start up the bike challenges in that campaign. We already have the keyword that's needed to really go through those, go through that section. So I will showcase just one. Now, if I recall correctly, yep, passing is the word that we were kind of looking for. So the original 5 are also available with our respective records. But we need to worry about courses 6 through 10. As opposed to 1 to 5. So I hope that makes enough sense. So a big part of the challenge of these missions is learning how to keep your boost and maintaining it for the duration of the course. And I'm already got rank 1. Wow. I just kind of did that with, like, no sweat behind my back. I mean, I was just doing that for proof of concept, but if it's really gonna be that easy, I mean, I don't mind just knocking more of them out. Now, something to note about the race courses that I didn't necessarily talk about the first time that I did this, because I only found out recently myself. The time of day of these maps can matter a good amount. And also, I know my routing was awful for that. Yeah, that's what I thought. My routing was not great. Because you guys can kind of very quickly see that there are corners we can cut. But we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of things like that. And I lost control of my joystick. So that took longer because that's crazy. We still have 12 minutes before I get back to the real meat of things. I did not mean to do that. Oh, that was so... No. We're gonna restart that one. We're gonna dial that one back. That was actually, like, very saddening on my part. So I think the way that this route is supposed to work, right? Because obviously the track is simple. I think that... I don't think we're supposed to go for that center one first. I think we're actually supposed to cut the corner right here. Like, grab a couple. No, but then you don't get enough boost. So then... Something that I do actually like doing before I even look up, like, solutions and stuff is that, I want to see the potential routes for, pathing. So that's part of the reason why I'm not necessarily worried about this as much, because once I got the route down, see, 1313 for that. That brings us up a couple of ranks. I'm just confused on exactly what the expectation is. And mind you, a portion of it could always be that my bike parts just aren't good enough for this. So that's one thing to also kind of consider and keep in mind. So I'm actually going to take my time with this one because we tend to get enough boost right here. So that's interesting. Does it want me to turn maybe? Like go after... See, that route doesn't feel bad to me either. And it might be a touch faster because there's one less turn involved. There's one less turn involved, but it's still not quite enough. because I think doing the U-turn is just too slow. I think I know how I can make myself stop a little sooner. Weirdly enough, I think a big part of it is $12.83. We shaved off a little bit of time. So what I did might be the way. We don't necessarily, once we have the I messed that up. That was my fault. I messed that up. So there is something that I'm missing. Because outside of keeping my boost consistent, $13.03. Darn. So my guess is that if I don't use the U-turn at all and just try to really do a good job with my turning, which is not easy to do. Yeah, so we only really want to hit these corners like once. So I've learned my lesson from doing these sorts of things. I'm not doing that good job, but for the sake of pacing, let's actually just give a look. Thankfully, there is just a nice little guide on the internet. Yes, using a guide. Sue me. It's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world. And of course, I could always wait until I have a better vehicle. All right, let's see if I was just doing a poor job of the route. Let's see. So right now, I know I could have just swapped over to like a desktop screen. I see. Okay. I'm just goofy. So, the gist of it is that we're supposed to come into the basically doing what I just did, which you guys saw that I didn't even have any boost and I still did it in 15 seconds. But yeah, that's the general concept. We want to kind of use the boost and the I might have to switch the course as well, because the biggest challenge here is going to be losing momentum in time to because yeah, there's a double hump for some reason. Yeah, I might have to switch the version of this map, because there is a those side corners have like a little double hump and just kind of due to that, it does, sometimes that does make a difference. So we're gonna try doing the Stormy variant, because I believe it turns that double hump into a single hump. My hump, my hump, my hump, my hump. All right, let's give it a go. Yeah, that's actually a huge difference. Like, you guys saw that if I didn't lose boost there, the general geography of the stages does play a larger difference than you would think. Oh, I did it too early. And I still... I did it too early. Why am I like this? Why am I built like this? Ah. Let's see. Let's give this one. I forgot to break. That's fine though. And I still missed it. Give me one quick second. All right. If I don't get it here, we leave it alone. I didn't have enough. Oh, no. No. I still have one more minute. I still have this last minute. This is the last attempt for real. I'm looking at the clock. You could actually like cash it like 2 attempts a minute if you like really tried for it. How did I? It's fine. We did 15 minutes of biking. This will be finished before the series is over. I can promise that much. There's always an opportunity for improvement and what have you. So let's go ahead and invite Adelie and Kuhn. And we are going to check out the other quest line first with Unknown Mortuary Shady Rite. You guys see that there's no mission objective here. So that is one big thing that you do have to catch. So odds are we won't be here for very long. And of course, there are still mobs here, and they won't fall over like some of the other enemies that we've been very used to generally. Just because these are now 101. So if we still had the original scaling that was in for Last Recode to begin with, we would probably be in a much different situation. You see, if I was built in a way of a person that cared a lot more heavily about Oh, Lao rep. But yeah, if I was built like a way and a person who more avidly cared, I guess. Okay, there we go. It'd be a little bit different. I think we can definitely juice out, never mind if not unless if Kun prints like that. Yeah, I was ready this time, Mr. Chain Whip. Odds are we aren't going to get that awakening. This dungeon was intentionally made to be fairly short. And you know what? I'm glad that my gut was right about going back over there to check the Chim Chims. It's not always that my gut's right. But sometimes it's never not right. It's never not wrong. Mostly. Kind of. Sort of. Pain and suffering. Pain and suffering. Suffering is joy. Suffering is joy. Will this world's suffering bring its happiness? Pain and suffering. Pain and suffering. Rug, rug, zonga, rug, rug! Sarunos!
What are they doing?
Who goes there? A human? Fool, this is what you get for not setting up a barrier to repel human. What's that? If that's what you think, set one up yourself. Wait, the ceremony's already complete. There's nothing more for us to do here. All we need to do is finish them off. So, if you guys have done any part of this questline before, I just wanted to let you know that we're going to be fighting some zombie-esque zombie goblins. So this would have likely been the ideal time that if I had my awakening set up, this would have likely been the best time to use it. There's still a non-zero chance that we actually do get it in time. I'm just not gonna promise anything. Oh, also, poison's not our friend here. Alright, I'm not gonna hit him anymore because I could cheese out an avatar awakening. I think that's a little silly to think about it that way, but I think it was important. Yep. The monsters you summon are always so useless. What's that? Wait, I sense something in this human. A certain purpose. Indeed. It seems that it would be foolish to attack carelessly. Let us retreat for now.
Purpose? For what?
I wish that those enemies were voiced. I feel like
It won't be happening. Guess I'll go back.
if they had like a deep like, hello, this is evil. Okay, let's go ahead and take this platform out. We did miss one sneak attack, but we did get some nice chims. But we got a new word. We got courageous. And I did miss one of the rotating guild shops. That's fine. I'm pretty sure we're going to be in Breg Epona, so more times than I could probably count. So Salt Mania. I don't remember if I have their accessory, to be honest with you guys. But alas, it's fine. But look at this. We've been keeping our inventory like pristine. But now we can actually afford a little bit of breathing room is not the right word, but the right idea. Oh, I see. These are like, I see. So these ones are, sorry, not voodoo. Rather, some of these are just super versions of some of the other materials that we've seen before in earlier volumes. I guess it makes more sense to offer powered up ones now. And honestly, we can part with like 2 shark tooths. And there we go. We want to make sure that we keep the money rolling because you never know what I'm going to end up buying with all this GP. Okay. No more dilly-dallying. Let's continue on with the story at Calm Betrayal's Longing. Unfortunately, being in this area does cause a little bit of like some copyright demon.
What? They aren't here yet?
They might have gone on ahead without us. Maybe they've gone to the beast statue.
Yeah, that's true. It's a very good place to train.
And train we shall.
Okay, let's go to the beast statue for now.
Okay. So, as we're heading onto the beast statue, I realized that I've actually not spoken too much about my relationship with .hack. It's very, I know I've been asked periodically about it, just as like quick little questions, but I don't think I've ever properly went over it. So, .hack was one of the first, like, video game Let's Plays that I vividly remember watching with, watching just online on the computer. This was back before, like, I had a cell phone where I could watch these on my own time, on the family computer where I actively shared it with the rest of my family. And so my time on it was limited, but I spent a lot of it watching YouTube. I don't remember the YouTuber who I watched way back when they did do their original Let's Play of the GU trilogy. But it was definitely just like a very, it was just a very nice time for me because it provided me just a solid source of entertainment, even if I really wasn't like clicking with a lot of the story beats at the time, as well as just like understanding the scale of what's going on. So, you guys saw right there, in dungeons, there will be moments of instability. Because of that, one of my other little side objectives is going to be just keep an eye open or an ear listening. Okay. But I remember just having a very just fun time with listening to the creator at the time, and just some of the more key parts that I remember Like, for example, I remember obviously big pivotal moments like the data drain in Volume 1. Or like when Adelie really found out about why Haseo, like what drew Haseo over to her partially in the first place. And how stuff like that had initially made her feel. And at the time, I mentioned this before way back in Volume 1, but I did relate to Adelie pretty heavily at the time because it was like a very kind soul who just kept getting the wrong end of the stick time and time again. And because of things like that, it just sets them up for failure, to put it bluntly. And unfortunately, Haseo added on to the pile for her at the time. And I can't imagine how she must have felt the past, like especially like starting out. Anywho, that's why I kind of strongly mentioned before that I kind of only really remember key story moments, because the last time I really interacted with this franchise was maybe like little bits and pieces here. So many pieces of data instability. Oh, whoops. No sneak attack for me. Unfortunately, Kun is honestly doing too much damage. And a lot of my items are kind of self-sustaining. So it does make it hard to rely on Adelie for sustain when everybody is full health. Okay. But yeah, that was kind of like the last bit. Welcome on in, Kel, by the way. I did see you come in. And I guess for just a very long time, that just kind of stuck with me, I guess. And I just always remembered really liking this franchise. I did get a trophy just now for 10 or more Avatar Awakenings. Unfortunately, with these guys self-destructing every time, I don't think I'm actually really getting a ton of experience from them specifically. This is a level 100 area though, so I guess. We are gonna use a speed talisman on Haseo, just to kind of we got sneaky striker as well. Perform 500 sneak attacks. It only took 3 volumes to get here. Sorry, I was so locked in for a moment. But yeah. Later on in life, I did find another YouTuber by the name of Nakatalili. I don't know if they still do YouTube content to this day. I haven't actually looked into them for a while. Maybe that might be something worth checking out. But they were doing playthroughs of the .hack franchise. You know, talking about the original quadrilogy, as well as GU, giving very thorough insight onto the game, to the lore of the world, And I mean that not only in just the game itself, but also just the lore of this universe. At least in context of the games. And I was just kind of unraveled with it, where I just really resonated with all these different characters at the time, whether or not they were like well written per se. Maybe a different story, but I think it's that these characters are written well, at least well enough. Now, having come back to playing this game, it might just be that some of them just fall more so into stereotypes, more so than anything. The biggest example of this is actually right in our party right now with Kun. He's kind of that big, like, ladies' man archetype that you often see in some of the different JRPGs that have come out over the different years. And so I did want to bring at least that aspect of it up. Oh. Didn't realize that Haseo didn't have that yet. So, fairy drop. I don't really mind using as many as I did because you guys saw I had 99 of them.
Here's our chance.
So yeah. Afterwards, I would passively get urges to just kind of quickly look at stuff online about the game, the franchise, see where it's kind of headed. I know that there were some of the movies that take place. There's obviously the massive amounts of anime and manga series, the other .hack GU movie, which I have watched before. So many different sources of media to kind of broad stroke it. And I think that all of it was just very fascinating. It was kind of a whim that I actually did end up choosing to cover this franchise as my next, like, series. It wasn't necessarily something that I planned for, but I'm not mad about it. I think that it was a fun way for me to revisit something that I grew up with and try to take on this in a new light, which for me is not only just being older and as a result being able to actually engage with the story beyond like initial levels, but also just to do something that I've actually never really done before, which was actually aim for like the platinum effectively for this game. I know I'm playing the PC/Steam version, but yeah, 100% achievements, platinum, whatever you want to call it. So let's see here. What it's kind of taught me, and I'll probably talk about this again once we finish with the entire series, because we saw volume 4, but a lot of what this has taught me actually quite a bit about content creation, and I think where my strengths kind of are. I think I care a lot about games that are more familiar to me than not. I have to be very careful with some of the games that I do choose to select and play. And a lot of that is just because I keep thinking that Adelie's the bottommost one, by the way. That's why you keep seeing me put a lot of stuff on hers. Healing potion, can I just... outside of the 100 pop-up. Sorry. Where are you at? We'll just use the speed charm. Okay. A lot of the time I realize that the projects where I think I kind of resonate the strongest as a creator sometime are games where I at least have a degree of familiarity with them. Some creators thrive on like their first time experiences with some games, and you never know, there are opportunities where I would like to try something like that. But I feel like for me, that ends up leading into a situation where my commentary ends up falling short because of that. And it's frustrating for me because it's very difficult to sometimes just try to make sure that I have things to talk about. So I do my best now to really make sure that before anything else that I know what I'm kind of signing myself up for, as well as just what to say and what to kind of talk about. And this is also the first series where I really tried to do much more extensive planning within the meat of the game, rather than sorry, let me line up the surprise attack first. Okay. Where I do a lot more research on the meat of the game rather than waiting till I am much further, like, along, I guess. I realize that aspect of it is actually fairly important to me now. And there still will be series and games where I may adopt something for the first time, because there's stuff like, I know that I attempted playing Persona 3 on the live streams before, but like, I'm a big fan of the Persona franchise. I mean, you guys see that I have like somewhere between 10 to 15 streams of Persona 5 the Phantom X, which shout out to that side area, side one. But I'd love to do like some proper coverage on Persona 4 Revival whenever that finally comes out. Persona 4 is my favorite one. And so that's just kind of like just some insight on my brain. I know I was initially supposed to be talking about just how I generally feel with what in the, you know what, that is a funny face. I want it out the sky. There we go. Do I still have Adelie set to heal? Okay, free will. I mean, Kun probably doesn't even have to be on rage anymore either. So, but yeah. One of the things for certain is that when .hack 0 releases, that will definitely become much higher on my priority list to get started and finished. So, look forward to that, because otherwise I likely probably wouldn't even be playing this right now if it wasn't for the, and I think that's what it was. I saw the announcement and was like, oh my god. And that changed the entire trajectory of what I've been doing basically since what? April? that's also to say that there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I just wanted to bring up that it's just one of those franchises that I was very engaged with when I was younger, and just wanted to effectively like reconnect with it, see if there's anything really here for me still. And I think that if there wasn't anything for me left still, I wouldn't have tried to stream the sequels to Volume 1 right away. So that's something to kind of keep in mind a little bit. Okay. Come on. There we go. That was a little bit harder to make sure that we were good. Ooh. Ooh. But I mentioned before, I kind of still to this day wish that I covered volume. Well, not wish to this day is inaccurate. I wish though that I did put a little bit more care into how I did Volume 1 and Volume 2 though. I don't regret doing them because there's a lot of learning to be had there. But that was interesting. Sorry, I wasn't expecting them to go sky high. Seeing them not be able to fly is kind of hilarious, actually. I will say, Coon, don't do it. Oh, I do too much damage. No! Maybe I should have nerfed Haseo's damage, because it's making it pretty hard to get Rengekis. Because being able to use Rengekis and things like that are a larger reason why God, being able to increase everybody's attack stat by 30 sounds insane. Too bad I never use them, because to me, we're already making the game easier than it already is. If I nerfed Haseo's stats down to by 60% to where now items like that suddenly have to come into play, that might be something worth a discussion. All right. So let's get these guys' armor off. And the reason why I'm not using the broadsword is because of that fractional damage that it does have. 200 or more awakenings. Sweet. Eventually we'll get to a point where we are cooking with the awakenings. And there are animation differences once we get to higher levels of the Avatar Awakening. It's just going to take a while to get there. But given you see how much it takes to upgrade all of them, we are going to be taking a pretty long while with that. Ooh, that's gotta suck for him. Did I go over here? I did not. So as we continue to kind of wrap this dungeon up, I don't think I've actually talked about who my favorite characters have been in their states in which volumes. I think that probably my favorite character, at least. So in the context of Volume 1, I would probably say, I think I really liked Matsu and his just rivalry and him having his little character arc there. Adley would have been probably a stronger candidate, I think. A lot of different, and there's a lot of different options in the context of Volume 1.
They're not here.
Wonder where they are.
Oh, good, they're here. Let's get started.
Dang, they're just late.
We're obviously all here today because of the PK tournament.
Sakaki's controlling the system and has taken this thing over completely. Bastard!
I'm pretty sure Sakaki heard that.
Probably has eyes
Let's
directly
decide
on
which
us.
members we'll take. Haseo, you're in, of course.
I won't be joining you this time.
What?
Yeah, I'm with Master N. Later, Haseo.
Could you at least have given us a reason why?
Huh, what's with Endrance? He's usually all over Haseo.
I'll join.
Hey!
Adley, the Emperor Taihaku is contaminated by Ida. I told you before.
I'll be fine. Please. Please give me strength to protect everyone I can. I'm right here. Ines!
So she has control over her epitaph now.
Your avatar.
Yes, I've awakened.
After the Moon Tree incident?
It wouldn't be all that surprising for someone to awaken after so much emotional shock.
Yeah.
If I have an
Yeah.
attitude, I can resist Ida, right? Then I'm going to fight. I'm through having to be protected by everyone all the time. Sakaki. If I take my eyes off him now, I can't go forward anymore.
Well, that means it's Haseo, me, and Adley.
Kun.
Come on, accept it. You have to. As a fellow epitaph user, you have to understand Adley's pain and strength.
Yes.
Adley.
Yes.
Let's do it. I need you.
I need...
Right, let's do it.
That's the first time that he's ever said something like that. To her. But Haseo was a very, very strong contender for Volume 2. I think that once he got chilled out by the time he got his second job extension, he was just in a much more tolerable, emphasis on tolerable, just state of mind, and it's a lot more enjoyable to interact with. Because that was one of the problems that I had with Volume 1, was that Haseo was very insufferable and just a jerk. Does that... I think he really played the, like, jerk or role very well. I mean, given everything that had happened, he unfortunately did a good job of being that guy. So I'm not gonna knock him for that. The question that's kind of on my mind is, and I mentioned alluding to this before, do I think that these guys are actually just more well written? And I know that we still have a little bit more, we obviously still have more game to go. I'm not discounting that. It's just at the moment hard to just hard to think about that sort of thing, because there is such a thing as, you know, enjoying a nice 7 out of 10 experience, right? Because I think this game for its time probably was a pretty strong, like, more action oriented RPG, which I know that we had a little bit of, for lack of a better term, a more renaissance of more active gameplay around this time, because I think this was around the year that Kingdom Hearts 2 released. You have already had like a Devil May Cry 2 out at that time. And so you already saw, even like with Final Fantasy with 11 and 12, 11 being an MMO, and then 12, you started seeing the shift away from like turn-based. That's not to say that they were all gone, but you kind of see what you see now. Oh, come on in, DJ. Hope you're doing okay. All right. So, this was, like I said, the campaign for the bike quest. But what happened with Endrance? I will act in accordance with my own will. Goodbye.
Entrance. What are you doing?
All right, hey, Matsu. Come here a sec. They got the Hail Bickman quest at the Breg Epona quest shop. Do that quest with me. Oh yeah, I'll let you decide who else to bring.
Quest with Matsu, huh? Let's take the Hail Bickman quest.
Okay. Sounds like we have something to look forward to. Got to do a nice little quest with Matsu. And I wish that it would have been cool and maybe even a nice and subtle touch if Matsu was able to also job extend. Just because, well, I think that would allow for fun opportunities to actually see the rivalry grow between both him and Hasea. Because then that is a much more prevalent, visible indicator of how strong he's gotten, in addition to how strong Haseo's gotten. In general, I think that that's one of the things that this game's kind of lacking, is a lot of just a lot of I wish that there was more appearance and stylization changes throughout the journey here with the original quadrilogy. I hope that makes enough sense. Okay. All right. You know who I am, you do, don't you? Oh, wait. I realized something. Bickman's actually wearing a different... You know what? The doctor ordered and the doctor received. All right. So we are doing like a pseudo escort mission At least that's what I was kind of interpreting based off of the initial posting of this.
What's your deal anyway?
Huh?
All right.
In the tournament, we're enemies. Why'd you ask me on this quest?
Quit thinking so hard. Let's get to training.
Okay. Anywho. We are going to start heading into gathering familiar mascots. We're still ahead in the quests. Not by too much, but still ahead. Let's go in. Honestly, look how late you are. I'm getting sick of waiting. What would have happened if the Grunties had left? Honestly.
Grunty?
Yes, I see.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm really here for. The truth is, I got a tip that the Grunties are meeting in secret in this dungeon. There's no race with more mystery than the Grunties. It's completely unknown what they do normally or how they live. And here they are, having a secret meeting in a dungeon away from the eyes of men. What a story. I'll catch them in the act and paint a picture of them. This piece is just what I, Thickman, need to blossom again into the art world. Got it. Well, let's go. All right. So you guys already know the song and dances by this point. See an area as big as this, cry a little bit, and get going and start moving quickly. Because at the end of the day, we should try to hey, you did not see me. Hey. Also B, C, D, E, F, G. Disturbance. See, we're good. So, just as a reminder, Matsu still does similarly in performance to Kun. So we do have to kind of watch out for that. God, I'll say the guns are so powerful. And don't get me wrong, in most contexts, I would love that. The guns being that powerful, yes. The problem is that powerful attacks mean that it makes it very difficult to get Rengekis going. And I'm so glad that I'm able to take care of myself. Oh, ooh, you hate to see it. But, let's continue on. So, I think I kind of mentioned this before about why I am focusing a lot more on more full clears of these different, areas. And a lot of it just has to deal with the fact that it is a lot easier, I guess, to it's gonna be a lot easier to do completion of the books as a whole later if I do my due diligence to do more proper full clears of the different dungeons. just because different things that I want to do from just a completionist angle will be a lot easier to accomplish. Easiest example, weapon levels. Like, obviously my weapons level up throughout the bits and pieces that I do of this game. It's just that it's just similarly important to do this so that way it'll just be not as bad later for moments and experiences where I will have to sit and basically start living, breathing, and like sleeping just playing this game, trying to finish off what's left of different little things like the arena, riding the bike, like so many different little things like that. I didn't realize that I was already like ready for Avatar Awakening. And the good news is that even though we only used Avatar Awakening on like one of these guys, oh, I thought this guy was gonna be close as well. That sucks.
This is a piece of cake.
All right. So the game already let us know that we are already at enough virus cores to upgrade one of the weapons. I think that this is something that we'll probably take care of towards either like the beginning or ends of streams, just because they are hard enough to come by. Okay. What I opted to do there was had to deal more with trying to clear up space in my inventory. Could I have used the scythe there to really just make sure that I don't ever run out of SP? Sure. But given that both Bo and Matsu both needed everything, I figured that that would just be easier. Oh, the duo attack between Haseo and Bo there was mighty good. No, you did not see me. No, you did not see me. I love gaslighting the enemies into thinking that they didn't see me. At least with such an emphasis on like stealth attacks and advantages like that, I do appreciate that the game does try to assist in the game does assist in trying to allow for the easiest experience, but that it can allow at least. Because y'all, could you imagine if it wasn't easy to do sneak attacks and how influential they are on S ranks? We'd all be throwing riots. So we for right now don't necessarily want we don't want to use Avatar, well, we don't want to use Avatar Awakening yet. Now both of them are low enough, they'll both die to it. Now, of course, should I be trying to use this on like more opportune mob? Sure. But I also don't want to waste additional opportunities to get more morale, especially since we can't overcap. if we were able to overcap, I would feel different. Whew. Lots of thoughts today, which isn't a bad thing. That's practically what in line with what I more so wanted. Because yeah, I've told a lot of people about this, but I've watched so many of those like contents, not guides per se, but a lot of those like videos of creators talking about, sorry, I thought I saw the screen thing, but how a lot of creators have talked about their own individual journeys and learning how they do their work. And one of the biggest things that always came to mind time and time again is making content that is uniquely you, and also making content that provides value to people. And so that's one of the things that I've struggled for quite some time on, and why I've just kind of stuck to doing streams for a little while. That not only was I trying to refamiliarize myself with having a time budget and what I could do with it and the potential ramifications of not following it. Oh my goodness, that is... Okay, I was gonna say, they are all doing way too much right now. I totally forgot where I was gonna go with this. Oh. It's part of the reason why I stuck to streaming for a while. It's not that I don't necessarily know... Can't believe I got that Rengeki at the last possible second. I think I know kind of what the direction of videos that I kind of want to make are. The biggest thing that I could probably describe it as is like talking about a game just from start to finish, and just talking about how I felt about it. Not necessarily like a I don't really care about the highlight reel style, just because editing those is miserable. That's not to say that I won't ever do it, because there might be just opportunities for me to better expand my skills as an editor. But I feel like it'd be more compelling for me to actually work on my writing. When I was initially taking my notes for this series, I could tell that the way that I was writing a lot of my notes did a lot of reminders for me back when I was in school. And yeah, DJ, I'm glad that I'm not necessarily alone in that. It's that sorry, I got so fascinated by this gyroscope. Anyway, just I could talk about that for ages while also getting semi-distracted. Jeez, you're slow. Are you even trying? You're supposed to be a bodyguard. Me, Pigman. Let's hurry it up. But yes, I think that it's important to make sure that you're providing value not only to the people who are watching it, but also just like value to yourself. I don't think anybody ever really tells you about that aspect of it. I think that for each like project that you do, or or like video that you ever work on, project that you create, I feel like there should be a little bit more of a purpose behind it, as well as just hold on. Not only just like a bit of a purpose behind it, but also just making sure that you do learn something new from whatever you're working on at the end of the day. Because there have been time and time again where you see people who burn themselves out on doing the same thing again and again, and a larger part of that could be just a commentary about how YouTube doesn't really incentivize expanding beyond your niche, which kind of is frustrating. There's a larger conversation about that and how sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's an experience closer to TV nowadays. But I think that's a larger part of the reason why focusing on writing has gotten to be so much more important now. Because there are definitely going to be opportunities to where you could really tell a story, you could provide your thoughts on something, try to add something new to a discussion. And funnily enough, I'm pretty sure everybody's probably had a bit of experience of stuff like that in school. I mean, I'm pretty sure my demographic is more adult leaning. I'm not sure, actually. I have analytics for that. But I know for some of the people who think that it is as like that creating content is just as easy as opening up OBS, hitting go live, and make sure that Fortnite's being played or whatever. Could you make it big like that? Possibly. You might be one of the lucky few who I feel like could win the live lottery, is what I like to call it. And that's totally fine. Let's see. It feels so good to finally be like getting through some of my older items, by the way. Oh, we're not even low on HP. It's literally just SP. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh, that came out of nowhere. Okay. But I may need to... I still want to sit with at least a little bit of possible inspiration for me. Because there are a lot of different YouTubers that I could owe a lot of my interest in making more interesting writing to. Is it crazy to think about how we've been like really just vibing through this dungeon here? And I think that that's one of the things that's really kind of nice about this game, is that because the gameplay loop is very MMO centric, like you should feel like you are actually playing an MMO. It means that for moments like this where you're traversing through an area that's just really large, that it makes it really good to have as like a side thing. And DJ, so And I mean, I try to do that. But I realize that for me, I also need to make sure that I'm providing at least a little bit more to the table, especially nowadays.
What's that?
No, Nero. That's oink oink oink, Nero.
Interesting.
All right, but what are you doing here?
Mello's here too? When did he come back?
Who knows?
Oink, oink, oink. It's much more manly, don't you think? I like it better.
Uh-huh.
For me? I really like halibut, do you?
I didn't ask for your favorite food, Nero. Death, would you quit standing there and join in, Nero? We're here today so that the Grunty tribe can deepen their bonds, Nero.
Hypothetically.
Not interested, oink. You guys can go on without me, oink. Besides, there's some no-shows, oink.
Like
So I'll just keep
kestrels?
to myself, oink. You don't like halibut, do you?
Stop being so difficult, Neto.
Don't boss me around, oink.
Fighting is also very manly. You guys are all very, very manly. Sorry about that, Nero.
Wait, oink.
Listening to the drama of these grunties is very
I like oink, 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 too. Oink.
is very interesting.
What the hell are they doing?
Who knows?
Oh my!
Really?
Hell if I know.
Oh. Tee-hee.
All right, everyone. Let's try this again together, Nero. Ready, Nero? All right, then. Start up the music, Nero. Let's get this party started already.
What is this entailing? They're doing a dance routine to the grunty theme.
They're dancing.
That's cute. And surprisingly wholesome. Grunties, secretly practicing dance moves in a dungeon. This is sure to be great material. Yes, sure. But boy, do they look happy.
Yes, I see.
I haven't laughed like that at all lately. I want to dance too.
Monsters?
Huh?
Here goes.
I guess this was a bodyguard quest, huh? Anyway, we're fighting Deep One. Not sure entirely what he entails. If you add Avatar Awakening, you can get 3 thingies from him. Should be a relatively easy fight, mostly because I inflict confusion quite frequently. So, probably don't have anything to worry about. He's dead.
I didn't even break a sweat.
That was just... that was like, who invited you, sir? They're all gone. Oh, what am I so disappointed about? There's no way I could join in a meeting of grunties.
I don't know who you are, Nettle. If you're interested in joining the Grunty tribe, then I suggest you give Raven a visit, Nettle. That's where I'll be.
Hey! Could you imagine if the grunty was like... Ida'd? Alright. Well, we completed the quest on accident. But we were in fact serving. Easy.
I guess we've cleared it. Let's go report to the quest shop.
Alright. Feel like I've awoken from a terrible dream. I'll go back to square one and start over as a normal artist. I'll be drawing portraits at the foot of the bridge at the Alchemy District. You got a chance? Come on by, okay? I'll give you one on the house. Bye-bye.
Well, I guess there's a place for quests like these.
Yay!
Hey, Haseo. Is it true what I've heard? That the one behind this PK tournament is Sakaki?
That is what we've been trying to tell you for the past probably 40 minutes.
I see.
Wait, does that go... Wait. Do those tattoos go down to where I think they go down?
Matsu, I know I already said this.
Do they go down a little bit around his hips? Maybe a little around some, you know. You know.
No can do. Be careful, Haseo. You're the one Sakaki's after.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what kind of trap he's set for you, so watch out.
Idiot. What are you doing worrying about me?
All right, Book of Sense. All right. Back here yet again with Bo. We can probably actually pick up these revival potions. I don't have any coupons, but I think that just buying those out would just be nice to have. Because it costed us practically nothing. This is why you actively buy and sell things. So, luckily, like I mentioned before, I really don't have much interest in these items, the stat boosting ones. And a lot of that's because we've spoken about it probably at length at this point. None of them really do all that much for me as a player, because it adds an additional layer of menuing that I don't like. I don't care. So, at the end of the day, that should be sufficient. So, I'm gonna invite Syllabus, remove Bo, and then invite Pyros. So I'm adding these two mostly because, at least with Syllabus, Syllabus, please. Oh, Syllabus already has the Blade Frost. Never mind. Then where does Pyros go? If you guys haven't already noticed, a lot of the party members have kind of like their own little unique locations that they go around and across in town. So there is a little bit of a challenge to finding them from time to time. But that's part of the reason why we have the bike. My guess is that Pyros is somewhere over here. Because most of the time he tends to seat himself in like weird secluded areas. But it looks like I was wrong. You know, I realized driving through that might be a good, like, driving exercise for just players in general. Because the corners there aren't too tight. So it allows just for a freer degree of movement. But there we go. We took care of them. I updated their gear support. I don't want to hear I'm not doing nothing for none of these characters. Okay. Next thing that we'll talk about. I believe that it's about to be time to probably do the first round of the tournament. So my guess is that we'll probably do our first avatar fight of the volume, which I'm curious about. And I like that Apkalu gives us so many different wallpapers. Oh. I did save Mecha Grunty, I think yesterday. But this is just to let you know that the Bickman's model campaign quest is active. If you guys remember what it was before, that's talking to every NPC. I am not doing that this go around. That was miserable.
I'm not sure who our opponents are. I've got a bad feeling about this. Damn that Sakaki. Let's invite Kun and Adelie and show up for the tournament at the arena counter.
All right, sounds good. So we could check Brag Epona one more time. Nothing wrong with that. And then from there,
let's invite Kun and Adelie and show up for the tournament at the arena counter.
then we can go from there. So, ooh, that cough caught me off guard. I guess most coughs can catch you off guard if you're not, because I don't think anybody's really prepared for a cough. Because I don't know if any of you guys have really tried to, like, if you know that you're like slightly anticipating a cough, but then you try to account for that, and then the cough doesn't like go through your body correctly, is probably the easiest way I can explain the feeling. Because you tried to force it instead of letting the body just do it. That it's miserable. Okay. So as we're getting ready here to be at the stage tournament, let's do what the nice lady recommends for us and say. Sometimes I just don't think about, this is the material shop, what am I doing? I'm just being goofy, that's what I'm being. I guess for me, the blue diamond for me always will be a save point in my head. I don't think it will never not be a save point for my brain. All right. Let's see.
Damn, Sakaki's out of control. He just does what he wants.
Dang, we can't even see. We just have to go into the battle and just hope.
From Entrance since then, have we?
Why did Entrance want to go off on his own anyway?
Probably because we're about to fight them. Knowing my luck.
Looks like it's time. Even if we aren't necessarily in this tournament to try and win it, it's gonna be.
Yeah, this is gonna be a difficult battle.
You know, he says a difficult battle, but I don't believe so.
To the Sage Palace. I am Sakaki, the organizer of this PK tournament. Isn't that Sakaki from Moontree?
Why is he running this tournament?
I have been granted complete and total authority over this PK tournament by the system. I am confident that all of you PKs will enjoy the exciting battle I have orchestrated for you. What's he talking about? He's from Moontree.
Yeah, like he hasn't been calling us the bad guys for all this time.
Oh,
I understand your concerns. But perhaps you could reserve your judgments of me until after you've watched today's battle. The terror of death!
I thought we were about to get booed out.
Yes, that's right. He is your most hated enemy.
God, he's trying to exploit Ida and the negative emotions associated with it. And so that's gonna be rough. But we're all three of us are 105. Like 105, 104. I think we'll be doing just fine.
Haseo? I can hear that sound.
Yep.
Sound of Ida.
Is it Sakaki? Or maybe.
No, it's larger.
Is it right in front of us?
Could it be coming from the entire arena?
No way! You mean the entire arena's become an Ida server?
Now, let the challengers enter.
Who are these guys? Oh, they're 109, 97, and 97? Their average level's a little funky. Hold on, I'm doing the math.
Remember them.
Their average level comes down to 103. So we are over leveled it.
They are all PKs that you once defeated. When I, Sakaki, organize a tournament, it will never be a boring one. Now, the preliminaries. 5 battles will decide the victor.
Like 5 rounds?
Think about that.
A good show needs the element of surprise.
Yeah, you
Now, terror
left out a lot of information for us.
to bury you here.
As if. He keeps forgetting that we're the main character. Not them all saying kill.
The influence of the Ida server, not even the crowd seems right.
All right now. Let the match begin.
All right. So, as a refresher for anybody who is new or just kind of forgot just that quickly, arena matches in specific are kind of interesting. They don't really follow the traditional battle rules in the sense that we have to go out of our way to focus the teammates. Once we defeat the leader, that is the end of the battle. However, there are a lot more opportunities to do something called a Hangeki, which is basically just the Rengeki that is done as a counterattack to someone's skill. They could be casting spells, they could be doing a whole bunch of different things. Other things to note is that healing is 50% as potent here in comparison to regular environments. So if you're wondering why I'm not just jumping the gun for the leader specifically right now, a lot of it is just because don't necessarily need to, but we do have Avatar Awakening. These guys probably all count as small enemies, so I'm probably only gonna get 3, but that's fine. We'll just show them what we got, which is about 500 damage. And there you go.
From here on is the real fight.
All right, if this is the real fight, better entertain me. All right, we now have Greedy Cervantes, which, if you guys remember, that was a lot of these guys that we're fighting now are actually a part of the, if I recall correctly, because I remember the name Greedy Cervantes, are a part of the chaotic PK list. So they weren't kidding when a lot of these guys are going to be enemies that we fought before. I'm mostly just trying to use this as an opportunity to level up our weapons, because there won't be a lot of guaranteed arena matches. But also, our teammates can also take out the others.
Fight your best fight. Yes, let us all cheer Haseo on.
All right, next one. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. I'm glad that I stopped that counterattack. I'll use Heavenly Wheel, which actually did a lot more damage than I thought it was going to do.
You're struggling, terror of death. Will you be able to last through the end with so many to fight?
Probably not. But I do remember Suzuki of the Seven Seas. So I wonder how this would have went if we had different people. Like different people eliminated, or if this is like something that's always like random or something like that. God, I still remember in the PS2 era where like doing the Rengeki would actually like slow things down.
That's quite a show of nerve. The next match will end it. Finish him off!
All right. Immortal Goriki. As you can see, that's partial reason why leveling didn't necessarily matter. It's mostly because it didn't matter. I thought that was a Blue Eye Samurai for a second. I was like, dang, Blue Eye Samurai really do be everywhere. Come on, don't take out the leader just quite yet. Can I get to the other guy? Nope. I was gonna try to squeeze in the Avatar Awakening. I want you all to know that I was mashing it.
Team Haseo is victorious! Pushing through danger, a victory on thin ice!
Yeah, light work.
But wait a minute, the crowd is booing!
Booing is diabolical work.
What's the matter, Sakaki? Is this the best you can put together?
Ooh.
Well, it wouldn't be fun if it ended too soon.
This is true.
I hope to see another splendid performance in the second round.
I wonder how Adelie feels.
We're going to make it. I'm glad we won.
How did the other matches go?
It appears Matsuen and Terrace won their matches.
All right, cool.
Really?
Bad news, Haseo!
Huh?
What's wrong?
It's serious!
What do you mean?
Serious?
He's in this too?
I mean, he had to be.
Who the hell could have defeated Sirius?
We had
Prop.
an unexpected Dark Horse entry on our hands, and the battle was over in an instant. Truly the blink of an eye.
Who's that?
Team Hetero has brought down the Great Wolf. These are the fiercest warriors to face each other in tournament history.
No way. Those guys must be hacked. There's no way such PCs could exist.
Unless... Sakaki!
A sense of responsibility, or a sense of duty, or a competitive spirit. Sirius, Matsu, and Antares. Ida has amplified the emotions of all the competitors. And yet, this is the best they can do, driven by those lousy emotions. It's rather funny.
So Sirius is becoming a lost one.
They are the Hetero Trio!
They're all straight.
Ones to whom I have granted power. They are the bearers of true strength, who will crush your pathetic human emotions.
So these guys are probably going to be in Avatar battle soon enough.
Damn, Sakaki's out of control. He just does what he wants.
This is how it is now. It's hard, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Well then, what are we supposed to do now?
Wait till the next round.
We're dealing with Sakaki. He's likely to try something again. Let's split up for now and get ready for his next move.
Right.
I'm glad that we won. I guess. You know, Sirius is now a lost one. Not much we can do about that. No, seriously, there isn't much we can do about that. All right. Dang. Not Apple Star coming in and being like, no, no different topic. But yeah. Some players have noticed that this is a little weird. But we have a couple of things to talk about. Well, we won the first round. So for now, good job, Haseo. About Sirius. I heard he entered the tournament to save Taihaku. He knows how dangerous Ida is, but he's still in there fighting. He said this was for Arcade too. It kind of makes you sad.
Sirius was trying to do something on his own, and those guys that defeated him were obviously hacked. Sakaki, I'll never forgive you.
I don't think he's... I'll be real, I don't think he cares. I can't believe he turned the arena into an Ida server. Why would Sakaki do something like that? I mean, Matsu and Antares. No, everyone in the tournament could have become lost ones. I just couldn't stand to see the tragedy that happened on Moontree happen once again. Haseo, we have to stop Sakaki. I'll do whatever it takes.
I just hope Adelie doesn't get so worried that she goes off and does something foolish.
Oh, she won't do that again, right? I mean, that kind of set a lot of stuff in both Volume 1 and 2 in motion. Just saying. Serious. I've got some sad news to report. Sirius's player has become a lost one. The hetero trio are contaminated. Sakaki's hacked their PCs and embedded Ida particles into them. If we lose them, there's a chance we'll become lost one as well. Be careful out there.
Sirius, a lost one? Not just Arcade, but now Sirius too. Damn it. I just can't forgive myself.
But there's not much more we can do, Haseo. We just have to keep trying. Alright. Last but not least, we have one from Kaede, who last time we heard went missing. It's been some time since we last spoke, Haseo. This is Kaede from Moontree. I have something I wish to discuss with you. Wise Calamity Water Mill, Sigma server. I shall be waiting at the Beast Temple in this area. Please bring Pi with you.
Kaede from Moontree. What could it be? The Beast Temple in Sigma Wise Calamity's Watermill, huh? Pai's off searching for Yada, so no use calling her for this.
I mean, I'm pretty sure an email wouldn't hurt. Just be like, hey girl, Kaede's calling us. I'm pretty sure she'd listen to that. Right? Right? Right, guys? Okay, that's what I get for being silly. Is a little coffee cough.
Alright, let's head to Sigma Wise Calamity's Watermill.
Okay. So, unfortunately, we can't bring Pi with us for this because... Oh, wait. She's on.
Pi, weren't you out looking for Yada?
Kaede from Moontree called you here, didn't she? Let's finish this quickly. Now, to Sigma Wise Calamity's Watermill.
She was ready.
Let's go there at least.
Homegirl was ready. She said, I'm here. I got the email. I'm here. All right. I'm thinking we don't need to bring Bo. We don't need to bring Antares or Matsu. Well, we don't have to. Why don't we bring Pyros? Yeah, haven't brought Pyros on a quest in a while. A lot of the stuff's gonna go over his head anyway, and he's gonna forget the moment that he logs out. So I'm not even gonna worry about him being there. But I'm so happy that we're making so much money. I was so worried that we were gonna have to live life broke. Let's see. I could always buy and resell these, but I don't think there's actually a point. We actually have not been getting a lot of equipment. Weirdly enough. We've just been getting a lot of consumable items. Once again, not necessarily bad. And we are just about caught up with the levels of these like dungeons. And the nice thing is that this is a field. So we do actually have an inherent advantage here. We don't have to actually worry about sneaking up on the enemies here because of the fact that we could just ride into them with our bike. So I'm not too worried about it. So we are guaranteed surprise attacks here. Now, something to just kind of put as a bit of a reminder, I've mentioned it before, but Pyrrhus's damage, don't sleep on it. It might be actually kind of difficult to try to get a Rengeki on these sort of things still, even still with both Pi and Pyrrhus. I'm still going to try nonetheless, just because it's... I won't get the recharge in time. So, I think I'm gonna put back on the compressed fortune, and I forget if I have oh, I don't. Well, let's fix that. Funny enough, even with the XP nerfs, I'm still using like the tools in the game, which is why you haven't really seen me worry about it as much. But I do like that if I still want to have like comparable experience gain to what the game is kind of providing. Because right now I could just have straight up 30% bonus experience. Oh, Fast Rengeki isn't amongst these. Let's see. I don't think I need to necessarily worry about GP. So I think I'll just take a dowsing rod. So what we can do is that if we put the Jade Dragon Eye on, well, 25 bonus XP, and then we could do the dowsing rod, but I don't really think we need it, at least not that badly. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. But now this will kind of just allow us to always get some good value with the experience. Though I'm wondering if one of these guys has quick Rengeki on, because I've never gotten Rengeki that fast on the funny face. But it is definitely appreciated between these two that I've actually been able to guarantee get the move off. But yeah, you guys can kind of see that they're getting pretty decent experience, but I'm also keeping up mostly because I can also get that level of experience as well. So it's stuff like that that could actually still make fighting things at the same level as you kind of worth it. Okay, I was gonna say, can we knock these guys down a peg? I'm gonna use Heavenly Wheel. I just needed these guys to come down from the sky and be knocked down a peg. Hey, we did it. All right. Yeah, we're still getting over 100 XP a battle with all these Rengekis as well. Now, I do want to, leave a note that just to, remember what we did come here for. Which was apparently 50,000. I sensed an anomaly. And unfortunately, it's not something that we can use on our bike. I feel like the Chim Chims didn't used to make noise before. I could just be tripping.
You're not getting away.
Okay. I want to knock this thing out the sky before I do Avatar Awakening. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, outside of using Avatar Awakening multiple times, I think it does scale up a little bit on, what's it called? It does scale up a little bit on, I think your friendship as well. I could be wrong. In fact, I am probably wrong. Okay, I'm going up in the sky. I'm tired of this. But that's probably why the Twin Blades are so good. Ooh, easy. Yeah, now that we've kind of seen what we're kind of looking toward with the upcoming arena fights, odds are we're probably at the fight that hacked team eventually. But if he's injected Ida particles in them, that means that they could likely be data driven. Hey, chill. Chill out. Oh, Rip Pie's defense. Ooh, and you love to see all this. Okay. Funny face, we're gonna take you out. Odds are we're gonna probably get 2 more Avatar Awakenings out of this area. Which personally, I am a little excited for. Because granted, if we could keep a safe rate of getting to upgrade at least 1 weapon a stream, which I think is a pretty safe rate. We are gonna be in such a good spot. However, I know that it's going to take some time to get that maxed out. And it may partially be beyond the scope of this series, but we'll deal with that when it's applicable. They gave us a head start, so we might as well try to take advantage of it where we can. I love taking advantage, though, of slamming these enemies' faces into the wall. Dang, I would have been like, dang, could you imagine if that led to an outer dungeon? Like I said, I think that the whole anomaly thing is used more so for additional items, but the outer dungeons are more relegated to story. So this is the reason why some people may heavily recommend having the like the aerial weapon mod available, just because while we're in this bracket of monsters, we're probably going to continue to run into funny faces quite religiously until we're out of the like 110 bracket. So it might do some good if I get an aerial, but we'll see. All right, there we go. Thanks, Mecha Grunty. See you later, alligator. So we definitely want to kind of start making our way towards the more eastern half of the map, it looked like. Yeah, because we actually have yet to be by the temple. Unfortunately, they designed this entire map in such a way where it's low-key kind of whack. But it's okay. Oh, there goes the Grim Stag. Oh, Jesus, Pie. All right, knocked him down to size. It's like one of the very few times where using the skill trigger like that is fairly useful. So I think I'm gonna try to take out the Grim Stag, at least. Aww. Oh, Piero's we probably didn't need to do all that over damage. I feel like what we did to that poor dude was very disrespectful. Do I actually care? No. Should I actually care? Maybe. So, like I mentioned before, gonna try to take these guys out the sky first before using Avatar Awakening. And hopefully before they kill the Grim Stag. Darn, they did kill it in time. But I will take 70. Like I said, quick Rengeki would have fixed my problems. Can I just write into it now that I revealed it? No, I can't.
My blood is boiling now.
I just realized that the enemy's name is Atmosphere. We haven't fought a lot of the Jinns since we've been over here. So I never noticed. But it is a very interesting name. Goodness, the epitaph, the lost weapons are so good. And so thematically appropriate for all the characters too. I like that all the epitaph users have a weapon that's kind of unique to them. The only thing that does kind of suck is that I'm so kind of surprised that Pyros never, at least offhand, has a weapon unique to him. So that's kind of unfortunate. Okay. I think that this is our last battle. Has Pi been the one that's been keeping our SP up? Because I definitely I was like, get him out the sky, please. Or if you're gonna have him in the sky, at least let me be there to capitalize on him with my twin blades. Okay. Let's grab the item from the data instability, and then we can actually head down over to the Beast Temple. Preferably while driving like a sane individual. When did I get debuffed? Oh well. Alright, so it's Kaede and Zelkova.
I apologize for asking you all to come here.
Hi there, Haseo.
Kaede, Zelkova, what happened to you guys? Matsu said you were just wandering.
I suppose you could call it that. We've become normal players again.
Did
Oh?
you want to talk about Sakaki?
Yes. The handling of this PK tournament has been quite troubling to Lord Zelkova. Sakaki is indeed doing as he pleases with the system rights he's been granted. At this rate, the tragedy of Moontree will be repeated.
Just leave all that to us. That stuff's too dangerous to get involved in lightly.
Yes, but
Kaede,
It's probably best that
we understand. We will leave the tournament to you, Haseo. Take care of Sakaki for us, okay?
I'm gonna give us your member addresses so that we can
By the way,
talk to you.
The outer dungeons. Those area hacking programs of yours are really amazing.
Ooh.
How do you know about that?
Did you happen to see something there? Something besides Ida?
So far, I haven't seen anything besides the outer bugs.
I see. Thank you for
Might as
your
well
help.
just,
We'll
you know,
contact
just
you
treat it like
later,
normal.
Haseo.
He already exposed that he knows a lot more than he lets on.
Zelkova. Who the hell is he?
Pi, what's wrong?
Well, I suspended my search for Master Yada and made my way out here. Because Zelkova sent me an email. To my private cell phone.
Huh?
He asked me about something besides Ida in the outer dungeon. What do you think he's looking for?
I'm not sure. But if Zelkova has access to Pi's private cell phone, that's not great. And that's like good to know, but it's not great information. Hey, we got Clamorous. I've been trying my best to make sure that we've been getting at least an A here.
See you, Haseo.
Okay. So just as a note for everybody, we don't really have too much more time tonight. But we did get a lot of information from that interaction with Zelkova, so we'll check Crimson Verses and then we'll check the mail.
Crimson Versus.
All right, we're already 147, which is kind of wild. Have not touched the deck with anything from 3.0. So that's intriguing to me. Huh. These cards are cute. But we did make a new, we're making lines and we're getting new cards. So I think for now we still actually just rock with the same deck. I mean, it's still winning more than losing. Let's go on ahead and read our last couple of emails. Kaede. Forgive me for being so impolite in my previous mail. You have my deepest thanks for all your efforts on my behalf. Zelkova's also quite vexed by the current PK tournament. Who could have known that Sakaki would betray Zelkova, or that he had such fearsome schemes in mind? Haseo, I entrust the matter of Sakaki to you. I pray that you will remain safe.
I'm not gonna let him wipe out PCs like you or Zelkova. No. I mean, we are going to beat Sakaki.
How to defeat Sakaki. Thanks for before. I think it's a little rude just to leave Sakaki in your hands, so I'm going to give you a little advice. Are you aware that Sakaki has surpassed the system because of his IDA contamination, and has been given complete control over the world by CC Corp's management? There is a way to render him powerless, however. To do that, we need to remove IDA from him. Without IDA, Sakaki's just a normal PC. The CC Corp would have no reason to give him important positions anymore. I think Sakaki understands this more than anyone. That's why he placed himself in such tight security within the Serpent of Lore.
He knows too much. I mean, who is he?
Inside CC Core. Did you read the mail Zelkova sent you? I wonder how he knows so much about the CC Core and about us. But it seems like he's on our side for now. I'll tell you everything I know about the situation inside CC Core and the relationship between them and Yada. Now pay attention and read this carefully. CC Core has known about IDA's existence for some time. Of course, the management tried to immediately eliminate it, but none of the methods they had ready were able to get rid of IDA. Out of options, they decided to hire a player and former hacker, Yada, to investigate IDA and exterminate it. When he was a player, Yada earned a reputation as an informant, and CC Core valued those information gathering and analysis skills, as well as his former memberships in the Dot Hackers, very highly. Yada, who focused on the investigation and research of IDA, and the management, who was all about the results, soon found themselves on different pages. That's right when you joined GU. That's when Sakaki showed up. Everything else I've already told you about. I'd hate to admit it, but Zelkova's advice is right on. Let's be careful and patiently wait for a chance to eradicate the IDA from Sakaki. Okay, take care.
Now I guess they've decided to go after the GU. Damn it. I won't let him get any further.
It seems like the second round is also against the people who PK'd us as early as Volume 1.
So Io10 and Asta will be our opponents for the second round? Alright, let's invite Kun and Adelie and head over to the arena counter.
But we're out of time today. I did want to leave off at the Dot Hackers was the name of the original group in the quadrilogy. So if you guys want to see the next round, I'm gonna be streaming again on Monday. So I want to go on ahead and thank all you guys for coming in and watching today. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys all on Monday for when we stream the second round of the tournament and go from there. We'll probably finish the tournament next week and then move on to the next arc of the game. So I'll see you guys next time. You guys have a fantastic night.